I'm wondering if they're gonna think about changing their defense. Last week I had I think it was Rick LM was giving me the rundown about the different styles of defense. Right, the 3-3-5 is what the Carolina Panthers run, and that's going to be the new hot trendy defense. Rick said he didn't think the Packers really had the personnel to execute the 3-3-5 that well. The Panthers, they're kind of like the first team to really use it a lot or use it the most and the most effectively. They have a really good defense, and they were able to give the Packers all kinds of fits. So me personally, I want them to go young. I don't want when a lot of people on Twitter or they want Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips like 60 fucking years old, like 70 years old or some shit, man. Like I don't want an old guy. I want somebody kind of young, like LaFleur. I want somebody like in their 40s, at least 50s. You know what I mean? Somebody who's current in all of their defensive ideas aren't like molded around a version of the NFL that isn't really here today. You know what I mean? So the NFL is so new. Offensively and schematically what offense are trying to do. I feel like some of these older guys, yeah, they're going to always be good, what they do. They're smart. They're not dumb. Of course, you've been a coach for 30, 40 years or whatever the case may be. But I just think innately I just want a young mind, someone who's became an assistant head coach in the last 5 and 10 years and has been doing this, or maybe some guy from college who understands the college game and how to defend the college game well enough, because there are so many college principles in the NFL today offensively. Okay, Jim Leonhard, his defense at Wisconsin have been very good, and his scheme is similar to Pettin's, so not much turnover. But we don't want that, though. I don't think they want a more Pettin scheme. They might want the 4-3. I mean, they might want the 3-4. But I don't think they want a guy similar to Pettin. I think that's what they want to get away from. But to your point, Rick, this Jim Leonhard dude, he's a college guy, so he'll be used to defending guys. He'll be used to defending these college schemes. And the Wisconsin defense has been pretty freaking good. And they just don't have the access to the athletes and the freaks. And I don't think that LaFleur was ever really big on Pettin. I don't think LaFleur ever really wanted to keep Pettin, but I think it was a condition of the job. They strongly urged him to keep Pettin around, and he gave him a fair shot. I guess like you said, the first year he was like, okay, like Pettin did an okay job, right? His first year, and the second year wasn't great, but I guess he was still under contract. He figured, hey, man, we'll give you one more shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to get you some better pieces. We're going to, see how things come around. Let's finish up this press conference.
A couple of times this year, you mentioned, I guess, passive play, whether it's on third down or what have you. How much, and I know, again, you don't want to give away answers to the test, but how much of it is an attitude adjustment on defense? Not just generic aggressiveness, but you've mentioned many times the swarm into the football, 11 hats in the ball, etc. How much of that are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think if you look at the great defenses around the league, there's a certain mentality that comes with that, and it's not necessarily what you're calling, but how you're playing every call. I do think that
but to that effect, like to what he just said, that's why I kind of was that's why I was willing to give Pettin a little bit more of a pass, because it doesn't matter, man. You can yell at a dude till you're blue in the fucking face, man. You know what I'm saying? You could make a dude do run laps and all the other kind of shit, but it's like at the end of the day, like, he's calling the plays, but the players gotta make the plays. They gotta execute. These are grown effing men. You know what I'm saying? These are grown freaking men who are getting paid millions of dollars. If that isn't enough incentive for you, like, to go out there and you're playing in the freaking NFC Championship game and you're on a Super Bowl team with a Hall of Fame quarterback, like, how much more motivation do you need to do your damn job? So it's like, what the fuck do you want from Pettin? Can you really blame the coach for that? I guess you have to blame the coach for that, because ultimately that's what the coach is there to do. But it's like, fuck, man.
But yes, to answer your question, I do think that there is a certain mentality that you have to have and that you have to bring on a daily basis, and It starts in practice, and then when you get your process right, when you get your preparation right, that leads to more consistency on the football field.
Puda, you the GOAT, boy.